The NFC East Future Bomb edition of the Bottom Line Bombs on the Sports Gaming Podcast Network is brought to you by our Patreon. Score exclusive perks, content, and contests, including our NFL win total contest with $1,000 prize. Join today's sportsgamingpodcast.com/Patreon. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app to get last minute tickets to the lowest price guaranteed. Use promo code SGPN for $20 off. Also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app now. Use the code DGEN. New customers can score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DGEN. And with that, we play theme music. Yes, welcome to the immediate stopping of the theme music on the Bottom Line Bobs. I am your host, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. Yes, sir. Let me just tweet out with a quote. Quote tweet. Every time it stops. It is what? Wednesday? Who just heard me? On the college experience with Colby D, break down Wisconsin, and we linked over. This is very exciting. I am the lead-in. I'm the night court to the cheers. I did the cheers Dundee of the college experience, and then we live. We did that live, so we're let's just so we can get the audience lead and get the audience to come over to the Bottom Line Bombs, and we already got cereal in there. Dallas winning division championship incoming bond cereal. I don't know what show you think you went on where you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to get any love here. Actually, I do like they should be competitive, but we are going to break down the NFC East. I'm going to get to that earlier. I felt a little bad about how I did the last division because I was all over the place. But we'll see. We'll see what we think about the Cowboys. I want to give out some individual future bombs, prop plays, and win totals in division for that. College football week 0 is also here. I'll give out a few of those bombs. One last golf tour championship. I'll keep that small just in case we do hit it. Some Women's World Cup, and then of course a man in box at the end. So let's get into it quick. Week 0. Such weird. That's great. Real football. Although week 0 sounds like it doesn't count. You know, it's like, all right, we already came up with week 1. What if we go before that? Week 0, but before that, week -2. All right. Anyway. Yeah. So we'll talk some NFL and college football and other sports in man in the box. But I do have to recap. My favorite Wednesday show now is because in August. We only got a couple of these left with Hard Knocks season episode 3 last night with the Jets. This was the Dalvin Cook episode. They wrote that script. He wasn't even playing. Yeah, we just want to show him on the sideline. We introduce his character for next week for maybe a spin-off show. It was a fine episode. I don't mind. I mean, like I said, I like all the episodes. Everyone looks great. The Jets look amazing on Hard. Everyone looks amazing on Hard Knocks in slow motion and film. Robert Saleh, he's hilarious. What a meathead of a coach he is. He's always been one. The first episode, he does a trice with the animal speech. Now, he imagine hearing these horrendous leadership speeches every day in practice, training camp. You see them rolling their eyes. Last night's episode, he did just ripped off an article from Paste Magazine or Inc.com about leadership. 4 types of leaders, men, or whatever. Commanders, survivors, competitors, coordinators, cooperators. They're the guys who get involved and then they try to get by. We see them on film, and there's guys who lead because they got a lot of money. I don't know. I didn't read all the article, but we're trying to get guys who can coordinate and get the practice done. What the fuck is he talking about? Just give us the plays. Design a game plan up, Bob. Such a meathead. But People love him. I mean, he's a likable guy, obviously. Pat McAfee had a big showing in last night's show. He whined his way into that episode. Congratulations, Pat. $100 million isn't enough for you. The first episode of Hard Knocks, when they showed it was all about Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets, obviously. And then they showed like Colin Cowherd and other people breaking the news, like Aaron Rodgers, just a clip, a montage, like over the summer is what you miss. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets after a darkness retreat. And then McAfee cried and whined about it, how they didn't show him breaking the news because he broke the Aaron Rodgers news, the one news that he breaks. The reason why it's ridiculous is because, listen, and I don't hate on Pat McAfee, whatever. Make your money, have your show, it's great. But he has this thing with Aaron. We know you have your thing with Aaron Rodgers, Pat. We get it. And he was always saying when he let him have his format to talk about immunize and all this bullshit, and he would get flack for that, and then he would bounce back and snap back, clap back, as the kids would say. Like, listen, I'm not a journalist, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing a show. That was his whole thing, how he wasn't a journalist, and he's anti-establishment, which is fine. But now you want credit for a fucking breaking news story on a show that everyone knows about? Like, yeah, they have a contract with the Fox guys, the NFL guy. Like, it's so stupid. So he whined about that. So now they showed McAfee breaking the Dalvin Cook news. Oh, he's a weapon. Oh, no, Cuzzo. I wanted him on the Colts. Congratulations. So everyone can get their flowers, get their Zay flowers. I didn't like it. It's like these people on Hard Knocks, the Jets on Hard Knocks, haven't watched other Hard Knocks, or they have, but they're just doing worse versions of it. They're phoning it in. Everyone loved The Mentalist last week. I guess that was a step up from The Magician. But the Rookie Show, this has been a disgrace. This is 2 weeks in a row now with the Rookie Show. Last week they were awful, horrendous. So they got a chance to redeem themselves. They keep singing karaoke. All right, you had the white guy do the Eminem battle rap thing, which is whatever. It is what it is. Got people hyped up. Got the football players hyped up. I think they added in some of that noise, though. You can do a lot of things with editing. Now they're calling them B-Rabbit. They're just doing karaoke. That's the problem with modern fucking comedy. These Jet rookies. Imagine getting that fired up about a fucking Rookie song. But that's what this younger generation, they just think doing someone else is doing comedy. I'm just going to lip sync to someone else. I'm just going to repeat what someone else did. Now we're going to call B-Rabbit. Now I'm B-Rabbit. Why? Because I just did what you did. It's a fucking simple formula for the rookie comedy show. You get one player who does an impression of the coaches. He stuffs his shirt with a gut, and they do coach impressions, and it kills every time. And it doesn't have to be good because it's easy to impersonate coaches. I don't know. I mean, I'll still watch Hard Knocks, but I don't like the direction it's going. They already warned us and said they're not going to show cutting players. That better not be true. They better show players being cut. Why else am I seeing Tanzel Smart's kids? Why am I meeting his family and his wife in the stands and his kids? And why do I have an emotional attachment with them if they're not going to get cut? This better get a payoff, and this guy better get cut. This veteran who's making good plays. That's what this show's all about. I just cursed there for no reason. But now you know real anger's coming. Oh man, I'm getting fired up. It was a good episode, but you know what I mean. But next week is cut season, and cut season is better than sweeps week on TV. It's better than Shark Week. To be honest with you, cut week on Hard Knocks is great. I want people hiding from the Grim Reaper. I want them getting their iPads, and I want families being destroyed. Not destroyed. But I love that meeting. Then the coach is like, you can work harder. You can still go in the practice squad. And the player's like, fuck off. What are you talking about? I like when they tell them, this might be the best thing for you. Like, make you What? Me getting fired is the best thing for me? Well, no, yeah, maybe not you personally. Best thing for us. I mean, did I say you? No, this is the best thing for the team to let you go and not have to pay you anymore because you're worthless. You're not worthless. You're just not of value to us. That's what I meant to say. Right. Eric, you're right. That's what I said. They said they didn't want cameras in the room when they get cut. Well, then don't cut them. If you care that much about the players, don't cut them. But you're right, Eric. That's exactly what they said. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm saying they better do it. Just like they didn't want to do Hard Knocks at all. Remember, they're like, oh, they shoved it down our throats. Yeah, well, too bad. Jets, you shoved your fucking stuff down our throats. You think? I mean, you shoved Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you shoved down our throats. What do you think we had to deal with for the last 6 months with you, Aaron Rodgers? Your drama and your darkness retreat and your ayahuasca bullshit. You're doing the show and you're doing it right. I want rookies doing coach impressions. I want more. And I want players cut nonstop next week. I want to see every single cut and every single bullshit handshake fucking getting out of there at the meeting. They're like, oh, all right, oh, you can talk to Paula. She'll take care of all the arrangements. And good luck. Good luck with the practice squad, and good luck getting the hell out of here. Good luck here? No. Good luck outside. All the luck immediately as soon as you leave. I actually control the luck here. You have none of it here. You're going to need luck outside of here. Right? Here you're done with. You're done with luck. You're done with skill. Everything is over with. That's something you never want to hear at the end of anything. Good luck. Job interview. Good luck. What? You control that. I know. Just wanted to bring it up. Anyway, still a good episode. I'm still into it, but I'm saying I'm getting worried. You're right, Eric. They better show players getting cut. I don't care how cruel it is. It's what we signed up for. I don't want to see any more of these Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson games either. I'm not buying that shit. Oh, what? Zach Wilson's learning so much from Rodgers. They hate Zach Wilson. Don't act like they like Zach Wilson. He's terrible. What did Rodgers say the other day? He's like, I just want to be here for a couple years and I can then hand it over to Zach so he can be good for the next 10 years. What the fuck are you talking about? That's your plan? Great. You're not a part of the Jets. That's not the Jets plan or anyone who watches him play. He's doing better. Good for Zach. Like I said, it's always awkward. They're talking about, oh man, it's great to have Aaron Rodgers here. So great. So much better than last year. Isn't that right, Zach Wilson? The reason why we were terrible last year? Who's still here for some reason? Anyway, with that said, let me tell you about Game Time. Game Time is a new app for getting tickets day of the game. You know how stressful it is to get tickets? Doesn't have to be stress-free. You can snag these tickets without the stress. Game Time. It used to be. It's always stressful to get. You always think you're getting conned when I was scalping tickets. You can't scalp tickets anymore. Hell, you can't even say scalp. That's offensive. You go down in person. Get a sketch. You got to do kind of a mini drug exchange. It's kind of a thrill. But they're all working in cahoots. Who needs two? I got two. Wait a minute. Do you need two or do you got two? I got two. I need two. I'm going to give you two. That's how I win. I buy two from you, then I sell them back to you for a higher price. How the hell does this work? Then you go up to the gate and it's like the wrong date. You're like, sorry, this is the wrong date. This isn't for today. Like, what? The guy said these were good seats. Also, this is for the ice capades. The hell? Fuck. You don't know where the seats are. Section 419. What's that? Oh, it means it's right up front, right by the obstructed. Obstruction means private. Don't worry about it. Anyway, but now you don't have to do that. Now you can go to Game Time, get your Taylor Swift tickets there. Get $20 off with the code SGPN. You download the app, create the account. Use code SGPN, $20 off your first purchase. That's gametime.co. C-O. Not com. by the way. Notcom.com. And also, we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. August is almost over, so you know what that means. Time's running out for you to draft your fantasy football team on Underdog Fantasy. Get championship ready for your home league by trading our best ball on Underdog Fantasy. All you have to do is one live snake draft, no waivers, no trades. You set it, forget it, and regret it. Underdog does the rest. Try it out with Underdog Best Ball Mania Tour. The time is now. The last day for your draft your fantasy football team is September 7th. So visit UnderdogFantasy.com, find them in the app store, sign up, promo code SGPN. First deposit doubled up to $100. It's pretty good. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Boy, give out a pick I like. That's what they want me to do. If you're concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'll give out a play. I'll give out an Underdog Fantasy play. Well, we gave out the NFL preseason winner. How about that? We're back. Rodgers teaching the quarterback. Wilson teaching him how to pick up MILFs. Good job, Serial. MILFs and Serial. I know. I tell you what, when they show Zach Wilson with that headband and that little boy next door smile, you can see why a mom's friend would get in there and try to fucking, try to sabotage young Zach. That is funny though. When that story that came out where he banged his mom's friend, Stacy's mom or whatever, then the Jets players loved him. Like, that's my quarterback. I mean, nothing gave him more credibility than that. They don't care that he was terrible. I don't care. He's bagging milfs. Those are football players. Anyway, let's kick down. Let's break into the NFC East. I did have the preseason winner. We'll start with Washington. Why not? Start with Washington. Hold on. Have I not been doing sound effects again? You can't win. Washington, because that's what they're saying with them. They can't win. They did beat Baltimore, and there was like a playoff game. We called it. Never a doubt. They look good though. They are. Let's see. The Washington's win to the NFC East is going to be tough again. They were tough last year. But Sam Howell looked good. That's the most important thing. Gone is Carson Wentz and Taylor Heinicke, Cam Sims. They gained Jacoby Brissett as a backup, and they have Sam Howell. And of course, they have. Let me get to my guy real quick. And of course, Ron Rivera, their head coach, and he is the favorite to be fired first at 6-1, which if you listen to his comments, you know why.
I'm the guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape in the freaking when we were at Indianapolis.
That was Ron Rivera defending Carson Wentz last year, which he hated. Every coach hates Carson Wentz. Is he unemployed still, Carson Wentz? It's amazing. Everything Ron Rivera says, you're like, how is this guy still going to have a job? He's just an old man losing his mind.
I'm the guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape in the freaking when we were at Indianapolis.
Pulled out the sheets of paper. I got sheets of paper. Yeah, that's what I say. You don't look at analytics. I pulled out sheets of paper and there was analytics on it. I printed out analytic paper. The story in the offseason was the players were mad about Eric Bieniemy being too tough. And Rivera's like, yeah, that's what I heard. Or they don't like him. I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet. Is he here yet? Yeah, he's your offensive coordinator, coach. Oh, didn't know that. It seems like he would not know. But everyone's back high on Washington because of that game, because Sam Howell looked good. And they did play against a team that wants to actually win. So Washington is supposed to come in last place. Their over-under is 6.5 at plus 105. I think there's some value with Washington. They are 16-1 to win the NFC East, 46-1 to win the NFC, 135-1 to win the Super Bowl. Everyone's excited. There's this excitement in the air because Snyder's finally gone, the ownership. Although the stadium's still terrible. FedEx Field was rated the worst stadium in football once again. A lot of traffic, like a lot of peepholes in the locker room for the cheerleaders.
Tonight's edition of That Was a Disgusting Act.
I mean, the lawsuits against Washington, the fucking peepholes in the locker against the cheerleaders. What is this, Porkies? the fuck is going on with all the goddamn cams and porns? Is this what you're doing? You're doing people shit. Anyway, let's talk about a couple players. Do I like Washington over 6.5? Kind of. Everyone loves talking about the NFC East, how a team hasn't repeated the division championship since what, 2004, wherever the hell it's been. And the Eagles, of course, went to the Super Bowl. They lost in a ice rink against Kansas City. They're the favorites again at -110. Cowboys right behind them. Serial at +170. And the Giants at +715. And Washington 16-1. I'm eyeing up Washington because the difference between Washington and the Giants was not much. They tied one game. And they lost whatever. I mean, they were whatever. They're very similar. Dallas, they weren't, but now they bring in different offense with Eric Bieniemy. Is Eric Bieniemy a good coach that just blows job interviews? Is he just a sociopath who just screams at people? I hope so. Serial says, yeah. Obviously, Porky's, he says, because their mascot is a hog. They still do the hogs in the locker room. That's what bathroom do they use? What the transgender hogs? That's classic humor too. They think wearing dresses is just comedy. Those Redskin fans or Commander fans. I'm sorry, can't be calling them Redskins. Although there's a petition to change the name again from Commanders. I don't know if I like that.
You like that? You like that?
No, I don't. I didn't mind the football team. Commanders is kind of stupid. Go back to the I say go back to the Redskins. Redskins is offensive, yes, when you have that mascot, the Indian mascot. That's very offensive. But if you change the mascot and keep the name Redskins and then put a picture of like me up there, like a fat Irish sunburn guy, put my head up there. Me on vacation is the Redskins. We don't mind. We're Irish. Irish people, you could rip on us all you want. We're one of the last groups. Irish people don't give a fuck about their mascots. Look at Notre Dame. They're called the Fighting Irish. How more stereotypical can you get? The guy's fucking, it's just like, you filthy Irish. When you came over to America, you fought everyone. You still do. You get drunk and you fight and you beat your kids. Well, you got us there. We become cops too. All right. The Notre Dame Fighting Cop Irish kid beaters. All right, that's a little long. All right, just call them fighting. All right, do that. Put a little leprechaun with his fists up. So I'm saying, call them the Redskins. Have a sunburned Irishman like me on the side of a helmet, and everybody wins. So I'm fine with that. All right, let's get through Washington. I'm going to take them over 6.5. Bomb that. I was happy with what I saw from Sam Howell. So I like Jahan Dotson for fantasies and props. Brian Robinson. I think Brian Robinson's going to have a big year for Washington as well. The running back from Alabama who got shot last year during training camp during a carjacking. So he had to sit out a few games, but he came back from being shot. Not a standard injury. So another guy who'd be up for comeback player of the year if he wasn't going up against Damar Hamlin, who literally died. Too bad Robinson didn't die and come back from that. But he did get shot, and he came back, and he still looked good. Jahan Dotson was a rookie. Penn State looked great. Terry McLaurin, of course, is awesome. He has 1,000 yards every year. But Dotson had 7 touchdowns last year with no quarterback. Top 15 player in PPR, play per game. So if you wanted to sprinkle a few bombs, I would go with actually I like Brian Robinson. There's a lot of talk that Antonio Gibson's going to be back because Bieniemy likes him. I'm not buying that at all. First of all, Brian Robinson's better. He's just a better football player than Antonio Gibson. And Antonio Gibson has a lot of mileage on him already. You don't think he does because you just got into it, but he's been around the block a bit. So I like Brian Robinson, 70-1 to lead the league in rushing yards. Let's bomb that. Nice little 70-1 bet. And 250-1 to win Offensive Player of the Year. Bomb that. Can Ron Rivera lead them? I mean, he used to be a good coach. Now he's an old man. So I think there's some value. I think there's value in them to win the division. 16, not even win the division, but I don't know. It's a little young for Sam Howell, but not a bad sprinkle. They do have some talent on there, but it's still a step early for them. All right, let's move on to the New York Giants. Forgot about the song.
I'm the guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape in the freaking when we were at Indianapolis.
Oh, man. All right. Now we have the New York Giants. And now
we got a problem.
The Giants, everyone in the world is saying is going to regress because they did nothing but win one-score games. They were 8-4-1 in one-score games. They had 9 wins. They were not supposed to be that good. They beat the Vikings, another luck box team in the playoffs. But I like Brian Daboll. I mean, he's just, he does magic. He does that bullshit that everyone likes. They say he's the reason why Josh Allen was good in Buffalo. I'm not buying that, but I don't know. They're over under 7.5. That's low. That's disrespectful. But I can see why. 60-1 to win the Super Bowl. 26-1 in the NFC plus 715 for. Oh man, they're on the way up. If I had to choose between Dallas and Washington and the Giants to win the division for just to make a sprinkle bet, I would take Washington just because their odds are way better. And I think they're very similar teams. The Giants lost. Let's see who they lost. They lost Shepard. They lost Galladay, Richie James. But they added Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, James Crowder. And they drafted Jalen Hyatt. They added like 15 wide receivers. Isaiah Hodgins and Cole fucking Beasley. They tossed him in there. They're just like seeing what sticks. If I was to take a couple of those receivers, if you're talking about fantasy draft or something like that, I would go with Isaiah Hodgins. People are really liking Jalen Hyatt. They said he couldn't run routes. Some coach for Dallas said that to his face. Those fucking interviews. Like, he can't run routes. What do you got about that? Fuck you. Those interviews during the combines and shit like that is so insane. They like grab players and see how you can take the grilling. See how you can take it. Why should you be on the Tampa Bay Bucks? Fuck you. Why should I go to your job? What do you mean? Why would I want to be a Buck? What are the Bucks want me? Why would I want to be a Buck? Anyway. But Jalen Hyatt, 50-1 to win Rookie of the Year. Let's bomb it. The reason why I like this because there's so many giant receivers. I think Daniel Jones has a nice year. Saquon and them, but they're just seeing what sticks. There's no real competition, but there's so many of them. They're going to find out which ones work and then stick with those. Isaiah Hodgins, he's got no real competition on the outside, which is what I kind of like. The rest of them are kind of rotating, so I would go with that. Now the Giants got better vibes. They got a better coach, and I think that means something. I know it was a lot of one-score games, but there's also a reason why. They could also regress. I guess I'm going both ways with this. But can the Giants get to 8 wins? Absolutely. In the NFC, anything's possible. Let's bomb that. Giants over 7.5. So right now I have Washington over 6.5, Giants over 7.5, and I gave out some 50-1 Rookie of the Year for Hyatt. I like that. And Brian Robinson, offensive player, most rushing yards. What are we at time-wise here? Hold on a second. 29:40. Should I take a quick break and come back with the Eagles in Washington? Is that how this works? Maybe I'll do that. You know what? I will do that. Because I got to talk to you about DraftKings. Who doesn't? Because this is a long one. So I should get to this. I'll be right back after the break. You waited all year. The time has finally arrived. College football is back. So are traditions and tailgates. Great offers from DraftKings Sportsbooks. Right now, new customers score $200 in bonus bets instantly when they bet just $5 on any college football bet. So that means you bet any college football bet, $5, and you can get up to $200. You can take, this isn't my play, but my man Dundee likes Jacksonville State with Rich Rodriguez. They're playing UTEP, lines 1, week 0. Go ahead and do that. That's a lock. If Dundee calls it out, it's a lock. He's a college guru. We're doing a show, College Experience, on Mondays and Thursdays this football season, along with the Bottom Line Bombs. So you get double man in the box for that. But we'll kick off the season with DraftKings Sportsbooks. Download the app now. Use code DGen. Like I said, new customers score $200 bonus bets instantly. They bet just $5 on the college football bet. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DGen. Now, if you have a gambling problem, you call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, you call 1-877-8-HOPE-New York or text HOPE New York. In West Virginia, you visit www.1-800-GAMBLER.net in partnership with Hollywood Casino in Charlestown. Races all games regularly bet at West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 over, must be eligible in states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after insurance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football teams. Make sure you check out our Patreon. Also sign up for the Patreon to get access to exclusive contests, including the NFL win total contest with a $1,000 first place prize. The guys just recorded the first sports gambling podcast stories podcast just for the patrons, chronicling the birth of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. So sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. And we're back on the, I was almost said the Visitors Locker Room, my old show, the Bottom Line Bombs with the man in the box. Previewing some NFC East future bombs. Also getting into college football week 0. Oh my God, there's other stories I wanted to get into too, but I got carried away because I have to read so many disclaimers with that ad read. Holy shit. Can you guys handle your game? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. I might give him a call. I might call 1-800-GAMBLER on one of these episodes and put it on the air. That'd be good programming, right? And they'll get us sued, so why not? Excuse me, 1-800-GAMBLER. I got, as Drew Carey said, I got a 4. The dealer's got a 4. I got a 12. What should I do?
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
Amazing. I love that one. Oh boy, but it's football. Is it football?
And the weather here today at Notre Dame Stadium, in a word, it is cold, but it is football weather. The temperature 37 degrees, humidity 79%. Forecast cloudy for light rain later on this afternoon. And the seniors at Notre Dame are now being introduced here to the sellout crowd.
Yeah, there we go. A little Notre Dame football. They play this week, week 0. Over in Dublin. Speaking of Irish and the Redskins, the Irish Redskins, sunburnt guys, drunken fucking Redskins. Not the Native Americans. Don't be offended. I'm talking about us filthy Irish. Notre Dame versus Navy playing in Dublin this weekend. Week 0. Line is 20.5, or maybe even 21 at some points. 49.5. It's came down. You gotta like Notre Dame there, right? We got Sam Hartman, their quarterback, transfer from Wake Forest, who's a stud. Navy is not allowed to run the option anymore. I mean, they're going to run a certain amount of option, but they outlawed shot blocking. So now they have to learn a new offense that they've only ran for 200 years, all the military academies. Thanks, NCAA, you jerks. Sorry. You know what? I'll give out that. I'll get back to the NFC East real quick, but let me give out, since I did that Notre Dame soundbite, let me do that again. That was fun.
And the weather here today at Notre Dame Stadium, in a word, it is cold, but it is football weather.
That's going to be Ireland. So Notre Dame minus 20.5. Bomb it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's watching on YouTube, by the way. watching live, make sure you hit subscribe and like and all that stuff. You got to like it. You got to get the algorithms going. You got to get things juicing. You got to get the, that's how things start. That's how the wheels start spinning in the cyber world. But thank you. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to actually personally like what I'm saying right now, but you do have to click like, you have to act like you do like. That's what I ask. You can dislike me to my face. You could dislike it inside what I'm saying, how I say things, my phlegm. If you don't like that, I can understand that. I was told I needed to reduce my dairy. That's problem with the throat and the voice. So you can dislike all of that. But when it comes to the YouTube, just say you like it. Just say you like it. All right, now let's get to your Dallas Cowboys cereal. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh boy, here we are. I was just golfing in Ohio. Not Ohio. Where was I? Where they do their training camp. Oh, it was Osnark. Wherever their training camp is. That was, of course, the training camp is right there. It is. Oh, the Cowboy fans around the corner for that, Jerry Jones. What a goddamn racket they have going on there. The biggest team in the world, who always chokes. They are 1150 to win the Super Bowl, 525 to win the division conference, plus 170 to win the division. That's low odds. Well, it all depends. What do you think of Dak Prescott? They lost Zeke Elliott. No big deal there. Finally, they're going to let Tony Pollard take the reins. All he did was get 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns, 3 more from receiving, 370 yards receiving as the backup because they just could not stop giving Ezekiel Elliott the ball. Finally, Pollard is going to be the guy. So hopefully he can withstand the punishment and be the lead guy. But I mean, their over-unders 10 wins, minus 130. You're always going to have to pay a premium for the Cowboys. They're like the Yankees. They're talented. They gained Brandon Cooks, Luke Schoenecker they drafted. I tell you who I do like, if you were talking about fantasy football for the Cowboys, they lost Dalton Schultz, their tight end, and they're replacing him with Jake Ferguson. Apparently he's looked good. No one's really talking about him, but Jake Ferguson, if you haven't had your draft yet, he's a nice little tight end to grab a sleeper backup tight end that could do something. Also, like everyone's talking about, CeeDee Lamb should have a big year. He was going to have a big year last year, but then Dak got hurt. It's just Dak, the way they ended that season with that Niners game on that trick play with Ezekiel Elliott lining up at center and getting trucked. It was so Cowboys. It was so I mean, I'm almost ashamed that Dak didn't get that safety beforehand. They do love fucking things up. They shouldn't have, whatever. So CeeDee Lamb, he's great. 51-1 offensive player of the year. Tony Pollard, 38-1. Now, if you are making plays and you like a guy, don't bet him to win MVP. MVP only goes to quarterbacks. That's it. They do not. MVP never gets outside of a quarterback. Offensive player of the year, on the other hand, they get receivers and running backs in there. So I like Tony Pollard, 38-1. And CeeDee Lamb, 51-1. I mean, this Cowboys offense is going to be good. Now they lose Kellen Moore, of course. They didn't lose him. He's over in the Chargers. More fun. How about Deuce Vaughn? Everyone likes that little Deuce Vaughn, little guy. He's like a little Darren Sproles out there. How about him for rookie of the year? Why not? Little guy, little fella, little Texas football. I got a picture of Jerry Jones up there with Mike McCarthy. See, that's the problem with your Cowboys cereal. They have Mike McCarthy as your head coach. And even though he had that year off where he was just watching game tapes in his garage so he didn't have to talk to his wife, keeping up with all the new stuff. He hasn't really showed his face. Everyone's just waiting for him to be terrible again. I think maybe some of that has to do with the slander he got from Aaron Rodgers. I think the Aaron Rodgers slander just drips all over this league. So maybe Mike McCarthy's not. Mike McCarthy just doesn't look like he's reassuring at all. God, how much cologne / scotch does Jerry Jones wear, for fuck's sakes? He just looks like he breathes scotch. Scotch comes out of his eyes or scotch behind his ears. JC from KC says, "What's up, C-Generates?" I'll give you a bomb sound effect. I know the clock was a little late for us, but we just came from the college experience with Dundee. Todd Moore says the Cowboys will have another first round exit. Hopefully. Who knows if they can even get there? I think they can. Micah Parsons, he is 400 plus 4.5 to win Defensive Player of the Year. 150 to 1 to win MVP. Like I just said, don't take any non-quarterback. Although if there was going to be a non-quarterback MVP, it would be someone like on a defensive player or something crazy like that. But yeah, I just can't. It's just so hard to get behind the Cowboys doing anything. I think this is definitely Dak's. I mean, everything's a make or break year, but I think it's his last year. They can't keep bringing Dak Prescott back at quarterback. This is getting insane. I like Dak. He gets slandered for no reason. Cowboy fans, I mean, not you, Cyril, but the other Cowboy fans. I was watching it at the training camp out here in Oxnard. They are the king of chin beards. They have that like razor thin chin beard, a jersey, the cheap plastic gold fucking necklaces. Oh my God, are they fucking cheese dicks? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out.
But then he pulls out, and it's just hard.
It's tough being. It is hard, Troy. It's tough being a Cowboy quarterback.
But then he pulls out, and it's just hard.
Tony Romo. I mean, yeah, Dak Prescott replaced him, but Tony Romo's like, yeah, I don't need this shit. I can fucking make this money off Skechers and saying fucking going Gene. Tony Romo predicted 5 plays his first year as an announcer, and then we gave him $20 million a year. We can't get away from him. Anyway, Gene. So I don't like those odds for the Cowboys. You got to pay a premium for it. If I was going to go over under, if I had the Giants over 7.5 and Washington over 6.5, I'm gonna have to go watch Giants under 10. So we'll bomb that. Although I don't like it. I think they come around 10 wins. They can definitely get to it. All right, now let's move to the cream of the crop. The goddamn Philadelphia Eagles. How does Sean Green not have a fucking Eagle thing here, right? You would think. And I don't mean that. Yeah, I don't like that sound. That's actual football sound. No, let's talk Philadelphia Eagles. All right, that's enough. Good God, how do you stop it? Hurry up. Let's go. Let's look at the snow. Right? That's a ripped off song, isn't it? Oh man. Like this. Tom Moore says Mike McCarthy looks like he listens to Try That in a Small Town and his Ford Super Duty on repeat. Yeah, he does that in a Sonic drive-thru. Mike McCarthy looks like a guy who loves Sonic fast food. He likes the service right up to the window. And he tells her, easy on the windows, a new car, is a new, like you said, new Ford Super Duty. Probably has truck nuts. You're goddamn right it has truck nuts, and he drives it forward. So now we go to the Eagles, who are the reigning NFC champions, should be the Super Bowl champions, but they're not. Head coach Nick Sirianni. They lost both coordinators. Second to the Colts. They lost Gannon, the defensive coordinator, to Arizona. Arizona, what a great organization that they are. They watched the Super Bowl last year, and they thought they wanted the coordinator who gave up 38 points in the second half and not scored 38 points. They could have got let's get that guy who just left guys fucking half the field wide open and whatever. They lost Miles Sanders. They lost Gardner Minshew, Zach Pascal, but they gained Rashard Penny, DeAndre Swift, Marcus Mariota to replace Minshew. They're going to have a running back by committee with Penny, Swift, and Kenneth Gainwell. Kenneth Gainwell became their playoff back last year. He moved on from Miles Sanders, but that's what they're going to do. So if you're looking for a fantasy-wise, which one to pick, I kind of like Penny because he averages like 8 yards carry, but they're going to do committee no matter what. Every report is someone different. If Gainwell doing well, Swift. Can you trust DeAndre Swift? No. But together they'll form something. They'll be good. Their over-under is 11.5. It was 10.5. Now it's 11.5. I can't get behind that. They're minus 110 to win the division, 375 for the conference, 8-1 to win the Super Bowl. So they should be right back in there for sure. We're going to have to take the under 11.5. Bomb that. New offense coordinator Brian Johnson. Defense coordinator Sean Desai. None of them really coached in the NFL, but how hard can it be? How hard can it be with Jalen Hurts? We got to love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is such a fun Eagles quarterback, and as an Eagle fan, because he's proven us wrong now. He's an MVP candidate. But there's just still something about him. He still doesn't look like he can throw the ball. It's so weird. And he's the first Eagle quarterback I can know in a while that people have actually rooted for as a person. Like, yeah, as a football player, and I don't know, but he's a good person. And that's never the case in Philly. But now he's great, which is kind of weird. But he's still not a pure passer. But I guess you don't have to be. He's a winner. He's got the eye black. He's got the leadership. Hassan Reddick, defensive player of the year. He just got hurt. I don't like that at 22-1. There's not too many Eagle bets that I like, other than the under 11.5. So I think it'll be a tight window. So who do we like in the NFC East to win the division? If I was going to, I'll just keep saying that. If I was going to bet, yeah, CJ. If you're going to bet, it's the whole point of the fucking show. It's the whole point of the network. I can't give it to the Cowboys, although I can see them wanting to win that division. The Eagles and Cowboys are head and shoulders above Giants and Washington, but I think it's kind of narrowing. If I would literally just throw a dart. Why not? No, don't take the Eagles because they haven't repeated that kind of thing. For these odds, I would sprinkle some 7.5 to 1 Giants and 16 to 1 on Washington. You never know. I can see Ron Rivera getting fired 6 to 1, first one to get fired, and then Bieniemy taking over, making those players cry, and they run the table.
I'm the guy that pulled out the sheets of paper, that looked at the analytics, that watched the tape in the freaking when we were at Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. He's so funny. Oh man. That's wrong. You like that. I have the I got Dundee left me his soundboard, so I'm air traffic controlling both soundboards. All right, so that's gonna do it for the NFC East. We're already going deep in. Oh man, we're going deep into it. Deep into the show. Sorry, C-generates. Is there a show I don't go long in though? For real, this is crazy. I gotta give out some bombs. I already gave out the divisional future bombs. I have to give out some college football 0. I already gave you that. I already gave you Notre Dame, so we'll do that. The other one I like is San Jose State plus 31.5 versus USC. Bomb that. 31.5. Are you crazy? San Jose State's good. They're a tough little team. Well, I get it with Caleb Williams and USC, and they run, but they don't have the deep. I like the over in that too. A lot of talk about the adjustments for the rule changes where the clock won't be running will be running or whatever. That they're going to over-adjust for that. They have no problem playing that over. Another one, we got Hawaii getting 17 versus Vanderbilt. As we know, Hawaii is destroyed by fires. So they're going to have a lot of road games this year. They're going to have a lot of road games. But they're going to be improved. Vanderbilt's also going to be improved. I might stay away from this one. But if I was going to take it, I'll take Hawaii plus 17. So the Dundee pick is Jacksonville State. I like San Jose State plus 31.5, Notre Dame minus 20.5, and Hawaii plus 17. Those are my 3 week 0 college football bombs for you. All right, let's motor through this. We lost the Women's World Cup. I should recap that a little bit. Not lost. We had Australia, and I gave them out in the consolation game. Gave it out of my VSiN too. I should have known they've been absolutely deflated and hit the over. They hit the post. We lost 2-0. It was 2.5. They hit the fucking post. But congratulations to Spain winning 1-0 the Ladies World Cup. It was a fun Ladies World Cup. I only bring it up because there's that story of Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president. He's amazing. He always says the stupidest shit. He's so funny. He came out and says women should pick the right fights in a battle for football equality. Gianni, are you not married? Do you not have a wife? Pick the right fights. Choose your battles. That's like telling a woman to calm down. Are you fucking crazy? Maybe we'd listen. He actually says us men would listen to you if you wouldn't complain about everything. First, it's money. Then you guys want jerseys and laundry. Then you want us to pay for your travel and your checked bags. Listen, it's not my fault their airline policy is you have to pay for $50 a bag after your first carry-on. Do you want to bring soccer balls with you or not? Pick your battle, girls. This guy's hilarious. He always says the craziest shit. He's so chauvinist. He's so racist. He's everything about him. But he keeps his job because he just makes these people money. Oh my Lord. Picking the right battles. He goes, with men, with FIFA, you'll find open doors. We'll open the door for you. We'll pull the seat out. As long as you make us dinner, we'll pull open the door. That's how it works. Jesus, Gianni. Just push the doors. They're open. Do it at a national level, every country, continental level, every confederation. Keep pushing. Keep dreaming. He's acting like he's talking to a 10-year-old girl. Keep pushing. Keep dreaming. Let's really go for a full equality. What the? I mean, yeah, you control that with all the billions of dollars. Yeah, well, keep dreaming, like I said, because that's not going to happen. You're not taking a cent from the men's. Keep dreaming. Oh, man. All right. Let's move along. Because that was just a recap. I gave out the college 0 bombs. There's one more golf event, the Tour Championship. It is the last event of the season. This is a weird one to bet. I caution anyone who does bet this event because it's a stroke carryover. So you already have a lead going into it. So you can bet with, make sure you know if you make your bet, if you're betting with the strokes or without the strokes. I'm going to give out two bombs for it real quick. If you do it without the strokes, that means start from scratch this weekend. Just these 4 rounds. I like Soon J.M. at 33-1. Bomb that. Now, if you're doing it with the strokes, that means coming into it, there's only a couple guys that can win. Scheffler, McIlroy, Xander, all those guys. I like Rory McIlroy. He's only 3.5-1, but he's a solid straight up bet. Plus 350. He's figured things out. Scheffler is a mess with the putter. Everything else is great. So I like those 2 bombs. I like McIlroy to win it with the strokes and some JM to know without it. Did you see last week real quickly? Then I'll get to the man in the box. Did you see guys, degenerates? There's been a lot of heckling in golf lately, like bad heckling. And Max Homa, someone yelled at Max Homa, the he's about to putt the ball, and someone's like, pull it. Like, pull it left. Like, it's like, miss it. Noonan gave him one of those. And he had to walk away from it. And then he starts yelling at the guy. And then the caddy goes, look, those caddies will they'll tear into you. They're all hopped up on painkillers. And speaking of scotch, I mean, they're like carnies, but like for golfers, caddies. So they start going at it. And fuck these fans. Fuck these fans for heckling. But apparently, this is what's amazing about the story. Apparently, the guy who yelled, pull it, bet with his buddy $3 that he'd missed the putt. And that's how he tried to justify it. He goes, hey, man, so I bet $3 that you'd miss it, which is a hilarious number. Max Homa goes, it just sucks when it's incredibly intentional. And his friend specifically said it was for $3. So that was, not that the money matters, but that's a frustrating number. That's a hilarious quote. That is a frustrating number. It is a frustrating number. $3, because $3 means it is a bet. $1 is kind of like a Mortimer Trading Places. Like, okay, for $1, gentleman's bet. $3 means he doesn't want to do $5. I don't want to do $5. Who even has $3 on him? What the fuck are you talking about? So he does want to bet, and he wants to win it, and he's going to rub it in. You're right, Todd Moore. So many bombs. Somebody's going to have to call 1-800-GAMBLER. You know what I say? If you think you got a gambling problem, and you do, I know I do. When you're listening to this show and this network, you got one. But not all problems need solved. So, but I think I did come up with an idea. I think I might call 1-800-GAMBLER on this show. Although I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I wonder if it's like 911 where they just, once you call, the phone is like locked in and they like call you back. You can't shake it and they'll check in on you. Listen, I don't have a problem yet, 1-800-GAMBLER, but football's starting up. So keep my number on speed dial, will you? Anyway, I just love that line of a $3 bet. This son of a bitch, you yelled at me. I'm putting for $1.5 million here, and you got $3 riding on it. You motherfucker. Yeah, I didn't want to bet $5. 20, no way. So I found $3 in my pocket, so we decided to bet that. Now miss that putt, please. Anyway, that's going to do it for most of the bombs. Now let's get inside the box. Thank you, everybody. Before I get to the man in the box routine, it is becoming a routine. I'm not even sure what I want to talk about today. I got my Survivor hat on from Circa Survivor. Thank you again, everyone watching live on YouTube and people who are listening on the podcast. Make sure you give a 5-star review, please. Say it's terrible. I don't give a shit. I don't know if I would rather have a 5-star review and you say it's terrible, or a terrible review and you give me 1 star. I think the 5, because some people do that too. They mix up the system. But like I said, the best review, I want to pluck one out and you're going to get a free Man in the Box t-shirt. So review contest, so get it out. So get it out there, lay it in there. Bottom line bombs. You don't have to do it right now, but as soon as I finish the show, which will be in a couple minutes, you can do that. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, Bottom Line Bombs, all that. And football season's coming up at the end of August, during season. What that means is I want to switch my shows live from Monday to Thursday. Still not sure what the times. I believe Monday is going to be a lot earlier. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern if you're out there, for more of an NFL reaction show and Monday Night Football. So I have time to get that out there. Then I'm going to do the college experience with Dundee. It's going to be good. Football season is going to be good. The Man in the Box is going to be all over the place. They're going to be throwing me, and they're going to put me through the ESPN ringer, just going through all the shows, helping out, giving out all the bombs, giving out all the box. But now we're here. We are in the box. I was gonna say, I'm just looking at Dundee's soundboard. It's pretty great. All pretty great. No, not that one. I mean, I love Ron. Should I do Ron Rivera one more time? Dan Marino one was
Dan Marino and his really dynamic wife.
Dynamic wife. She can do it all. She can do it all. All right, let's get to the box. What did I want to fucking talk about in the box? I forgot. Dog almost got bitten by a fucking dog. I don't know if I tell you about it. I live by Runyon Canyon, which is the easiest hiking trail. It's all dogs off a leash. I saw this as President Biden's dog, Champ or Hunter. Hunter's the son. Hunter's the crackhead son. Sergeant or some fucking dog keeps biting people at the White House. Like, I don't want to put them through training. Put it down. These owners never put these dogs down or give them away or something. They're not going to. 20-year German Shepherds not going to learn new tricks. There's actually a saying for that. And these fucking dogs. This dog almost bit me, but he got in a fight with another dog. And then he snapped up right and I had to leap like that South Carolina receiver the one time when the Georgia Bulldog Ugo almost snapped at him. But I love when these dogs come up on you and they're dog owners. They don't even apologize. They barely apologize. They're like, oh, that's Coco. Coco's nice. Don't worry about it. Coco's, yeah, well, Coco, I'm sure Coco's nice. But Coco's a fucking animal who doesn't know English. So if you're saying, oh, Coco, we don't do that, Coco. What do we say? Coco doesn't say anything. Coco says bark. Grab your goddamn dog. That happened to me one time. A dog named Cowboy. He was chasing me and juking me and he bit me like the Coppertone baby right in the ass. I tried to give him a Barry Sanders and his owner wouldn't even come over. He's like, Cowboy, we don't do that. Well, Cowboy's doing it. Come and get him. This fucking Coco was a terror yesterday. Going on the hiking trail, he just run up to another dog and his owner was just yell, Coco's nice. Oh, I know. No dog owners want to offend the other dog owner. I know. I get it. They're fucking mauling each other. Coco's nice. That's all you heard up and down the trail. Coco's nice. Yeah, Coco's nice. Coco's doing this left and right. Coco's got your fucking dog's throat in his jaws. Coco's nice. All right. I could really go off about dogs in Los Angeles. There was like, I went to Trader Joe's. There's like 4 of them running around in there. What the fuck? There's live food or tangled up by your ankles. Get them out of here. Anyway, oh man, we're really going late. What am I talking about? I was going to talk about auditors. Do I not have time for that? I don't think I do. Because they have a show coming up at 1:30. Maybe I'll save that for Monday. Auditors. I can talk more about dogs, I guess. Yeah, I'll save that for Monday. Shit. Damn it. I was excited. I was going to talk about it, but you know what? I should pace it out more and write it out more. I'll be back Monday. Talking about, the good news is also, I told you that last time. I signed up for the Circuit contest for the Survivor and the $1.5 million for the Pick 5 contest where you can follow online. So not only will you get the Bottom Line Bombs picks, but you can follow online to make sure I am transparent. Just like auditors. They're all about transparency. That's what they say. For police, now they're fucking trolls. They're agitators. They're dicks. But it happens. All right. Well, that's a lot of talk. It looks like everyone's leaving me anyway. As the show goes long, the show goes way too long. So tune in Monday for my exciting auditor talk and Man in the Box. So that was Man in the Box. And I forget all the bombs. We got have fun with college week 0. I got 3 bombs for that. I got a golf bomb. I got NFL future bombs.
Now we got a problem.
We sure do. But now we're going to get out of here. I'll see you Monday. Thank you, everybody.
Vietnam, LOB, Brooklyn, my brethren on the other side, pay respect, give a call, let them know I'm stepping on their curves, so no misunderstanding come amongst us. Commission made the rule, who should live or die, and if I violate the code, I just just might get found on a desolate road. But that just happens to a sneak thief. Me, I'm the chief of my conglomerate. 5 deadly venoms, I promise this. Match your manpower, make the earth rain, hell, snow, and quake like bombs blowing up in Kuwait. And if a cat up on those seas team, fuck on my biz. I ask a favor of the laws and send them out to slay red.
I said I'm wig times, crimes, the time among thieves. These big pockets and sleeves, lift the dip and get greased. The copper please get greased, like rain in the breeze.